Lee G in Levittown. Scope of work's going to be fence cleanup, overgrowth cleanup, bed cleanup, mulching, backyard and front yard. So starting in the backyard, I have a kind of line item and separate it out. So just check the notes for what she accepts. So this back corner here in the backyard, she wants it just gutted, cleaned out. She said there may be some old wood in here. I see like a branch. It's hard to, I guess there's some like real deteriorated stumps here. She wants that just hauled away too as well. But yeah, just brush cut, string trim, bust out this whole area. It is infested with poison ivy. So I'm debating if we even want to mess with this. If we do, it's going to take me coming out 3 or 4 times and just hammering it with spray. So probably when you do come out, if she accepts or whatever, this area should be dead. All this 3-leaf stuff is poison ivy. This isn't. All this is poison ivy. There's a little bit of ground cover, but and then there's some plants that aren't, but there's a good bit of poison ivy back here. So anyway, just a heavy, I'll have to heavy spray the whole area, just basically nuke it. And then we come out, and when we come out, I would just string trim, brush cut, kind of blow it on tarps and get it out of here. I wouldn't get nitty gritty with your hands. I mean, it should all be dead, but just to be on the safe side. So that's one line item. I'll have that separated. I price it high. So again, it's just kind of like the back corner here. And it's the wife that I walk with. She wasn't, so she's in a wheelchair, so she wasn't able to get all the way back here, but she was kind of pointing and shooting from the back part of the yard. So this fence line, and this will, next line item will be clean up of the fence, and this will run all the way to the front. I'll take a look for poison ivy. I didn't see any at first glance in the back. I'll double check the front, but anyway, same thing, I'll spray it if so. But all we're looking to do, take hedge clippers, trim the whole thing to the fence line, a little bit above it. You know, not going to trim the entire thing because half of it is on the neighbor, half is on her. So more or less just trying to trim it to the fence line, basically, all the way down. And then yeah, I'm not noticing some poison ivy. I see a little spoke here, it looks like. Right here we got a spoke, so I'll spray that if I come out for the back part if she accepts, but not too much. Not really much that I see in the way of poison ivy. Anyway, trim it all the way. Good amount of hallway. There's a gate there, and the opposite side, the double wide gate. So that's another line item. And then the last line item is going to be bed cleanup, mulching, whatever. So it's back here. So this whole area, we got nuts edge again. I'll have to come out pre-spray. A little bit of poison ivy right here. I'll have to pre-spray, but gutting this area and then mulching it. And then there is wood chips from a tree. I said we'll just kind of like probably rake that out to level it a little bit and then throw the mulch on top. And I would go kind of thick with mulch, try to keep that growth down. And then over here, so she's got like some plants and then a lot of weeds. So there's like rose bushes, and she knows, like she said, if she can, whatever you can save, but she knows that with whipping the weeds out, that we're not gonna be able to save everything. She's fine with that. So anyway, plants that you see, rose bushes, back here, try to salvage that. She said there's hostas in here. I'm not seeing them, but they might be buried down there. There is a little bit of ground cover, so whatever you can save from that standpoint, save. All this tall stuff we're gonna get out of here, bust out, clear out, and then mulch the area. Again, I'm not sure how much ground cover, so I don't know how much mulch would actually go back here, but anyway, strawberry plants you can leave alone. This area, clean it up, weed it out. She wants to keep these plants. You see this little flower. She wants to keep the rose bush. She wants to keep these like lilies or whatever. But then the other like weedy stuff, try to clean her out, clean up this whole area, and then mulch it. And then that's it for the backyard. How you doing? All right, and then in the front here, so we got hostas we're gonna leave. All the grass, weeds that are growing up that we're gonna pull out of here. All these tall things are weeds, we wanna pull all them out. Again, the hostas will leave. If you notice this purple plant, you might notice a couple of them budding. Any of those we wanna keep. Everything else can come out. Clean up the beds, mulch it. All right, moving over here. So pretty much a gut job in here. There's a couple plants that we're gonna wanna keep. So we have an azalea we're gonna keep. That is going to come out. All this growth is going to come out, so we're going to bust it out, rip it out, tear it out. Not seeing any other plants in here. This plant will stay, azalea will stay, everything else in here comes out. She does have tulips planted around the perimeter of the bed, so when we're gutting this out, just be cautious not to dig them out. So they basically wrap around the whole perimeter of it, so just be cautious that we're not digging them out. All this can come out. These plants can stay. There's a couple viney weeds in here, like this will go. This vine will go. This little dead tree thing will go. All this will come out. Rosebush stays, and then mulch the whole bed. You don't need to edge. There's like so there's this border. I would just like string trim, kind of string trim edge it to make it visible, but you don't need to actually cut an edge with a shovel. Oh, and then I forgot to say, this big guy, Rose of Sharon, is coming out. So do your best, cut it down, bust out the roots the best you can. I wiggled it, it moves a little bit, so should be able to get it out. And then by the mailbox, so these old lilies, just cut out the dead growth. All the grass that's creeping in, we want to dig that out, remove it. I would use just a string trimmer to try to edge and clean this up a little bit for her. And then this whole plant is going to come out entirely. And then fresh mulch in there. And then this fence line continuing from the backyard, gonna clear all that out. Same thing, kind of cut it to the fence line. Cut as much of this back as you can. Not seeing, just looking for poison ivy. Not seeing any. I'll double check it when I come out this pre-spray, but if I see anything, I'll spray it. But trimming it all back to the fence line, same as the backyard, haul it all away. And then lastly, up front, just gonna clean up this bed, try to get the grassies and such out of here, leave these plants obviously, clean all the rest out. Do the same edging thing here that you're gonna do over there, just kind of flip the edger and edge it out and get all the weeds and grass out of here, clean it up, and then fresh mulch, and that's it.